Hey everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Dime, and today I have a really interesting wine because this is not a wine that I can buy in my local grocery store. I actually won it at a White Elephant party during Christmas, and I just decided let's go ahead and open it up here. Anyway, so today I'm going to be reviewing the Finch. It's the Private Selection Frontenac. That's right, that's the grape varietal Frontenac, so I'll get into that here in a second. It's a 2019 vintage from Swanee Hills, Illinois. It is 12% alcohol by volume. Like I said, I don't know how much it costs because I won it in a White Elephant thing. And it was funny because people weren't going for this wine. It was actually at the San Antonio Regional Wine Guild. I was sitting there and I brought a wine and we were kind of bouncing back and forth between all these things. And I saw this wine get picked early on, and I was really hoping I could be the person to like get the last steal on it. And it's exactly what happened. Like there were other wines out there, but there was nothing from Illinois. I've never had a wine from Illinois. I've also never had this varietal. It turns out it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid of Lando 4511 and Vitis riparia, which is actually a native grape to the United States that's very frost resistant. It does have a potential for mildew and black rot, but in general it holds up to colder environments and it actually allows it to mature, and it's also phylloxera resistant. So combining those two elements of it allows for this grape to kind of grow and actually mature in colder climates, which is one of the reasons why you're not going to find it in Texas. Texas would burn this to hell. I mean, it's 102 degrees here where I live right now, and that's in the shade. Texas would destroy this grape, which is why I'm excited to try it. So let's open her up. All right, so I'm already concerned. And this doesn't have to do with the wine necessarily. Well, I should say with the producer. I think it has to do more with the care of the wine, because this cork, this is not looking good. This looks overly oxidized just looking at the cork. And I'm scared about what I'm going to get when I pour this wine out. So, man, this is going to be the biggest video letdown. If I pour this wine out and it's brown or something like that, I'm going to be so pissed. I'm going to be so mad. Let's take a look at it. Oh, no! It's totally brown. Whoever had this wine in storage must have known or had an idea. Oh, God. Oh, no. Let me get a picture of this for y'all. Look at that. It's totally oxidized. Oh, I looked at the cork and I was like, ooh, that is not a good sign. I smelled the cork. I was like, so here's the deal. If this wine had actually held up, I would assume that there was potential there. I don't know. On that note, this is going to pair with the drain, and I'm going to come up with something else. So I'll be right back. All right, so now I'm back with the wine I was going to do in another video, but because the other video was so short and disgusting, I actually had to totally change glasses because even after rinsing out and trying to wash my glass, the oxidation smell was still in there. So that's just not gonna be a thing. I'm gonna get a fresh glass and we're gonna do this one. So instead, let's take a look at this wine. So now I'm gonna be reviewing the 2018 Gilgal Cabernet Sauvignon. This is from Galilee. It is 14.5% alcohol by volume, and I believe I paid $14 for this wine at my local grocery store. And I swear to all that's holy, seeing as this is from the Holy Land, that if this wine comes out brown, I'm just gonna be done for the week. There's no hope. There's no hope for any other reviews to happen. It's just, we're just gonna be done with it. So on that note, let's take a look at this wine. All right, so haven't poured it yet, but the cork looks normal. The cork looks normal. I don't see anything, any leakage up the side or anything like that. We're on a roll already. Now, moment of truth. You're not brown, yay! All right, so from a color standpoint, I'm gonna give you a deep ruby, no artifacts, no cloudiness. And one of the things I'm immediately noticing is that the legs on this wine, Well, I guess first is I should have polished this glass a heck of a lot better. Sorry about that. Second is the legs on this wine are pretty intense. They have really good streaking. They're very clingy. It shows that it definitely has a good amount of body and alcohol present on that wine. In terms of the nose, medium plus intensity on the nose. So I'm getting red fruits with a little touch of dark fruit. So I'm kind of getting this, there's a bit of a cherry note, there's a bit of a plum, there's also a bit of a currant going on. And I'm saying currant because I can't tell if it's red currant or black currant. It kind of feels like a combination of both, because I'm getting a little bit of that brighter red note, but then I'm getting more of that inky dark note as well. So I'm just going to say currant, because that covers it all. There's a little bit of a cinnamon, a little bit of a clove, like a touch of like a caramel. Just a little bit though. There's also a bit of thyme. The alcohol, I'm going to say it's medium, even though it kind of bounces back and forth between medium and high. Like I said, if there was a medium plus for the WSET 3, I would say it. But to my knowledge, it's just medium and high, so I'm going to give you medium. And it's going to sound weird, but the last thing I'm getting on this is like, there's this candy that was pretty popular. I think it came out when I was a kid or like a teen or something like that. It's called Gushers, where it's like the gummy candy, but it has like that gooey kind of like center, so you bite into it and it like goes pop, and you're like, whoa! It's like the Americanized, sugarized version of boba. So it smells like the berry version of that. Like if you open up the bag of just the berry flavors, you kind of get all those things, like kind of like that blackberry and like just raspberry and currants and all that stuff. Like it all kind of like, it smells like just a lot of berries in this wine, but not like something I can specifically pick out, like an amalgamation of those berries. Anyway, how does it taste? Medium plus body, medium tannins, medium plus acid, alcohol, taste medium on the palate. The intensity is also medium. I thought it would be more though, because on the nose it's medium plus, and normally if it's pretty intense on the nose, most of the times it translates to at least being equal on the palate. In this case it didn't. It's a little bit more toned back on the palate. Finish is medium. It's a dry wine. All those elements that I was kind of talking about are there, but like I said, it's more medium. It's all kind of just evenly combined, except the alcohol after a few sips does pop up. I'm gonna say it's medium plus alcohol. I know it's not a thing. I'm gonna say it anyway. I am getting more of the secondary notes on this wine on the palate than I am the primary notes. Like I said, the primary is all kind of blended together. If I had to give something on this wine, a medium plus, I would probably say it would be the secondary notes on this wine. And there's no tertiary. Anyway, how does it rate? We don't know until we get to the Blick. From a balance standpoint, I'm going to give you half a point. And here's why. I want more body on my cabs. This is I know I said medium plus earlier. After I moved it around a bit in my mouth and took a few sips, I'm going to actually downgrade the body to medium. This is a medium-bodied cab. It has medium tannins, going to almost medium minus tannins. And when I think of cab, I think of something that has a bit of weight to it. If this was medium plus with medium plus tannins, then I would have no problem with it. But it has a reasonable amount of acid, but the other structural elements are a little bit weak, so I'm just going to give you half a point on balance. In terms of length, medium finish, half a point. Intensity, medium plus on the nose, medium on the palate, so I'm going to give you half a point. And in terms of complexity, I'm getting generic berry notes. I did get a little bit of that plum, but over time it did kind of get washed out by the remaining berry notes that kind of showed up. I did get some secondary, which was nice. Not getting any tertiary. It's a 2018, so it's 2023 now. You could look at having some tertiary develop. You might not. But if you did, it would be very minor. I'm not getting it. I'm going to give you half a point. So in the end, you're a good wine. However, though, this is not a wine that you're going to be able to hold on to for a long time. If you have this wine, I recommend that you drink it within the next 1 to 2 years. And the reason why really comes down to the structure. There is not enough structure for this wine to age. As it continues to break down, the body is going to become weaker. The tannins are going to become weaker. And then you're just going to get this like acid bomb that's flabby. And it's not going to be good. So within the next 1 to 2 years, if it's cellared properly, you're probably fine. After that, I don't know if the 2018 will be worth your time. That's just my opinion. You can let me know in 2 years if I was correct or not. Anyway, this is Mr. Stewart with Wine on the Dime. If you like today's reviews, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you had a wine that was horribly, horribly oxidized when you opened it? And then have you had to try another wine that turned out to be good afterwards? Let me know. I'd be interested to see your comments on this one because the disappointment is even more palpable than the spoiled elements of that Frontenac. I'm just letting you know now. And I'll see y'all again soon with another review for Wine on the Dime. In the meantime, I'm going to have a glass of a wine that is not spoiled and edit this video for y'all. I'll see you later.